imbalances, and on the next video we're going to merge imbalances and order blocks. Then show you how it works, how they work hand in glove. So just a brief summary on what we did on the last video. On the last video, I explained order blocks and how they actually work. So in order blocks is where the market will, is where the market makers per se, they'll place an order. Then afterwards, they'll use that order block as a block for them to mitigate themselves. For example, they'll open a buy and sell position there. They'll continue going up. They'll collect all the liquidity they can collect. And remember, guys, liquidity is your stop losses. Then afterwards, they'll come back and they'll continue with their proposed move upwards, right? The opposite is also true. Let me just explain when it's sell. So they'll place a sell order, then afterwards they'll give liquidity in form of, in any form. It can be trend line, it can be double top, it can be double bottom. Then afterwards they're gonna take all the stop losses here, all your nice stop losses you've put there. Then they're gonna come and mitigate themselves. Then they'll give you another indication that they're continuing up, and immediately you fall for that, they'll then go and take your stop losses and they'll move on to the next. So that's how the market works. It's liquidity versus the market makers, right? We are liquidity. So if the market makers give us a certain thing, just know that, look for an order block and make sure that you don't fall victim, right? So that's liquidity, your double top, and you would think, yeah, wow, the market is really going on a downward trend. As you can see that it created a double top. Then they'll let you win for a few minutes, few seconds, few days. Then they'll wipe everyone's stop loss. Remember, guys, that this thing is it's a study. It's been studied, and these guys know what they're doing. So you can try outsmart them by following our rules, or you can continue falling victim to the system, because it's a system. And in these days they even use your computers. They even use computers to program this, and they study our mind, how we think, so they can actually get more money from us. So the market is our enemy. We're here to make money, we're not here to lose money. I said it on the last video, I'm gonna say it on the next video, I'm gonna say it until you understand how the market works. So the market is in two ways. The market makers, they open two positions. They go fill one position. After filling the position, by filling I mean they take your stop losses. After they've made enough money, they come down and they rectify their mistakes. Their mistake is opening two orders, right? So they come and do a drawdown. Then they either continue on the proposed direction or they continue on a new direction. So you should understand that. Pause the video, rewind it, understand what I just said. They open two positions, a buy and a sell. They sell they first buy, and they convince you that now the market is going on an uptrend. You come in with your orders, you put in stop losses, whatever strategy you're using, they take all the stop losses, they go and mitigate. After mitigating, they continue in the direction. That's why sometimes you realize you will open a buy position, the market will take your stop loss, then it would actually go on your buy position. Then you would think, no, I was not patient enough. No, I did my strategy wrong. No, you did nothing wrong. It's just that you have to understand how these people think. That's why I keep on emphasizing that in this institution, the Blue League institution, we don't really have strategies. We have an approach, the way we approach the market, not a strategy to the market. You can go to YouTube and Google strategies if you want strategies. You'll keep blowing accounts. You need to understand the approach. Enough wara. Let's get into it. So, guys, these are simple concepts. I don't like wasting time on simple concepts. I'm just gonna explain what imbalances is. So, there's what we call engulfing candle. These retail traders, in fact, they like this candle. When the market prints an engulfing candle, you should go all in. Oh well, you'll go all in and you'll lose your money. So if the market prints an engulfing candle, or any can well, mostly an engulfing candle. So they'll print this engulfing candle, and what happens usually is after they print an engulfing candle, they'll make so let me just try and get this engulfing candle with a little bit of wicks. I'm only gonna explain this once because it's simple. So there's an engulfing candle with a wick. Let's use a line this time. So here's an engulfing candle. Just long that. Then it's followed by another candle. Let's say this one, it's no, it's not an engulfing candle. So let's say it's there. Let me just pause the video and draw all these candles I want to draw. Anyway, it's fine. Let me just draw them. So, all right. Sorry about that, guys. So, then let's clone that. So it also has a wick, right? And let's say again, there's another candle which happened previously before the other ones, before the other two, right? So let's say this candle happened here, right? Just clone that. I'll explain, guys, using the chart. Just give me a minute so I can explain this proper. So let's say something like this happens, right? So this is how you see an imbalance, right? It has to have an engulfing candle in between two candles, right? And it's gonna leave this gap, right? This usually happens when the market makers are involved. Just know every time you see engulfing candles, just know that market makers are involved. There was a huge volatility, or there was news present, right? So imbalance is the distance between the opening of the candle, which is the wick, and the closing of the third candle, right? Let me name these candles. So we have three candles. Imbalances happens between three candles. For understanding's sake, we'll name this candle candle one. So this is candle one. Then we'll have candle two. So it has to happens between three candles, right? And it has to leave gap between the wick of this of the first candle and the wick of the third candle. Then we have imbalance or fair value gap. You can call it imbalance or fair value gap, right? So that's candle number three. So now, guys, this distance, this is what we call fair value gap. It's imbalance, IMB. This is your imbalance, right? So what does it mean? It means that the market is not balanced here. It moved too quickly. Now remember, guys, the market has to have equilibrium. Every position should be accounted for. So in this case, then the market opened there, it closed there. Let's say there's a small wick there. Then it continued going up, but it went up so quickly that there was a gap there. So the market is not supposed to do that. There's not supposed to be a gap in the market. But if the market did something like this, let's say these weeks overlapped, then there's no imbalance here. The only time you can have imbalance is if the market did not overlap, right? So you understand that. If you don't, please go back to um the video and understand what I'm saying, right? Let's go to the chart and do examples. So we go to the opening. So this is candle one, candle two, candle three. So there's imbalance here, right? There's imbalance there. As you can see also that there's also in, so now remember guys, this was candle one, this was candle two, this is candle three. Now because things have changed, this become candle one, candle two, candle three. We also have an imbalance here. And one thing I want you to see as I continue drawing these imbalances is that the market always comes back and fill the gap. Let's say, okay, let's just use that. I want a different color. Okay, so as you can see that the market did not come back to imbalance number one. It came back to the latest imbalance and it came and filled the gap, right? You'll come to understand this as we continue, that the market always comes back and fill the imbalance, right? Then we continue. Let's find more. So let's use this as candle one, candle two, and candle three, right? So we'll take the top of that and we'll close it there. As you can see guys, that the market came and did what? And balanced its position. I'm sure some of you are having a eureka moment saying, oh, that means when we have imbalances we can easily trade this. Yes, you can, but now you have to combine it with a lot of things. You have to understand how it really works, and we'll teach you in that in this course, right? So imbalance is also, you can also use imbalance as order blocks. That's what market makers do. They use imbalance as order blocks. Then you can target where the move started, right? So yes, you could have traded that. On the previous one, you could have had two orders. This is not a strategy, by the way. I'm just showing you that the market always comes back and fill the position. So if you're a smart person, you can have a eureka moment saying, okay, if the market always comes back and fill your positions, that means when the market comes back, you can also trade with the market, right? Which is correct. I won't dispute that. But now, like I told you, don't just go to the market and start trading this and say it's a strategy, because it it sometimes it's not gonna work, right? You have to understand how it works first. Then you target the opening of that, right? Then TP it's taken. So this order was not gonna be activated. This order was gonna be activated. Then we go look for more imbalances. As you can see, let me just move that to the side. As you can see, we can say this is candle one. Okay, let me, okay, move that. We can say this is candle one, candle two, and candle three. We have imbalance here between that candle and that candle, right? So as you can see, the market did come um closing the position, closing the imbalance. It came again and closing the imbalance, but then it came perfectly now to mitigate that the imbalance there using this way, right? We're gonna explain how you can, this move was a false move. This is the correct move there. So you're going to take an order there, a buy there, and you're going to target where it started. Easy as that. Can you see the next imbalance, right? So remember, we look for huge candles. Here is a huge candle, engulfing candle. Let's target it. So we go to the go to the third candle. We do that. We go to this candle, we do that. Then we set an order. So currently this is where the market is, and I like this imbalance. The reason I like this imbalance is because of this. It's because of this. So some people can trade this as head and shoulders. So for me, that's liquidity, right? They can trade it as head and shoulders. That's liquidity for me, because there's the first shoulder, there's the head, there's the second shoulder. So the market had to go back and take out the all this, right? Then, since the market presented such liquidity here, I wouldn't be surprised if the market comes back here and take this. But remember, guys, I didn't fully analyze and combine it with everything that I use. This is for just understanding sake, right? So here's another imbalance. The market can come and tap there. So imbalance is as simple as that. Here's another imbalance here. Now there's few candle. This is a fake move. I wouldn't be surprised if the market comes in the future and fill up this move from here. From here. In fact, it did somewhere there. So yeah. So that's imbalances, guys. I'm not gonna explain this a long time. Oh, this thing is so simple. Here's another imbalance here. We look for a huge candle where it opens, then there we close it. We would have taken an order there. And the reason this I like this imbalance here, guys. Ah, man, I love this. The reason I like this imbalance, if you've guessed the liquidity, then you're right. The reason I love this imbalance is because it was obvious that the market was gonna go back um on top. The reason the market was gonna go back on top, even though it presented a downward movement, is this double top. So a lot of people were gonna see this perfect double top. Here's another one. And obviously, what did I say? This is liquidity, right? So the market had to go down and take out this liquidity, had to go up and take out this liquidity. I mean, so this is engineered liquidity. So that's why the market presented a double top. Then afterwards, it came and filled the imbalance. Then it shoot up. This was so it takes out stop losses, right? It shoot up, and because a lot of people were seeing this double top, and what were they doing? They were placing sell orders. They placed sell orders there, sell, right? So the market had to take them out. So um this is imbalances at work. Let's find more imbalance. Here we have, okay, this is an order block. I'm going to explain in the next video how we combine order blocks with imbalances. For now, I'm focusing on imbalance. As you can see that it came and touched the imbalance, it went up. But remember, guys, after the imbalance, it had a false move and it had few candles. So this was a false move. It's still gonna balance this imbalance. In fact, let me check if it did. Let's see. Here, there is the third candle there. Because remember, guys, this is candle one, candle two, candle three. This is the third candle. In the future, ah, it didn't come. It didn't close on that position because I thought it would. It didn't close. This is such a nice liquidity. Guys, I know I'm teaching imbalances, but I find this so interesting. This is a trend line liquidity. Yo, when it touch you're supposed to sell. So this is such a lovely liquidity. That's why the market took everyone out there. It was taking out everyone's stop losses there. Oh, wow, that was lovely. He's more in balance. Anyway, guys, that's it about imbalances. Please watch the video, understand it. If you have any question, don't forget to holla. This is Blue League signing out.